Welcome to part three. This is the official post workout pump check after the official workout, which is going to be uploaded as workout part three. Please comment, but I want you guys to ask me any questions you have about your own routine, just to see if I could give any tips that might be helpful. So please, in the comment section, just ask me a random question regarding your routine or diet, and let me see if I could be of any help. But this is part three. You're going to see from part one, two, up to three that my strength keeps getting better and better. But once again, I am no longer cutting. I felt my physique was looking uh, very small. Like the details in the abs is cool, but I was never the type to want abs. I just wanted to look jacked, scary, and push heavy weight. Pink slippers, pink slippers, pink slippers. 233, maybe 232 upon waking. So here we are. Heavier squats and looking smooth. The first set of the squat, the first repetition, I always get like very lightheaded. That's why I had to stop and just make sure that I wasn't going to pass out. But it felt good. It felt heavy. And my central nervous system was burnt out. I am just fatigued mentally at this point. Physically, not so much, even though I've been having back to back heavy days. So I definitely needed a rest day yesterday or the day before. I didn't take one because I have no idea why. I just wanted to lift heavy. Yesterday was only triceps. But since I've been getting stronger and my recovery has been improving, I might not have a rest day up until next Saturday. So I might have like 13 days back to back without rest days. But uh, not so much. Well, I don't want to say I'm not going to be powerlifting because most likely I will. So here, once again, heavier than the past two attempts. Heavier than part one, heavier than part two, and it looked pretty good. This is where I failed in part two, video part two. And here I was able to actually get it. Uh, okay, for more than one repetition. I've been deadlifting like this only because Thor and Eddie Hall broke the world record for records in this stance. So that's enough of a motivation for me to attempt their similar stance with a deadlift. So the extra carbs and calories and proteins definitely have been a big help. But I think it's just this overall program and how I have been really analyzing every detail of it. 405s for a few reps. I'm not really forcing it here. I'm not going to failure. Once I feel my central nervous system is kind of burning out, I don't do anything crazy. And I don't think I would even be able to when I feel like sort of burnt out. But I think that tomorrow is just chest day. It's a little bit easier for me. So I went all out today. But this is where things get hectic because I was only going to do legs and biceps. And I turned out to do legs and back. And that's how the last two workouts have been. Like part one, part two, and part three, they were very spontaneous. I just got motivated to do heavier stuff and like more multi-joint power movements like this. Um, I said this in the past video. It's a Canadian strongman. I think he's the world champion. That he recommends these like power bent over rows to improve your deadlift and overall pulling power. So not much of a bodybuilding hypertrophy type of lift here, but you will definitely get size from this just from loading your upper back with heavy weights. I think here I do a drop set. Oh no, not yet. This is rack pulls. Here I'm focusing on speed, volume, repetitions, but mainly just like the power speed from the bottom pull. And this is about 4 or 5 inches below the knees. Here I'm just focusing on my weakness. At this level, it's where I feel the most back pressure. So I'm focusing on really contracting my abdomen and then explosively pulling up and making sure that it doesn't feel like any type of sciatic lower back nerve pain or anything like that. Once again, I don't recommend these workouts to anybody. All right, so I go back into the barbell bent over rows just from a higher pull, and this has to be a drop set. Same power, speed, explosiveness type of technique. But then when I lower the weights, I focus more on the muscle, just bodybuilding style, bent over rows. But pulling from a bit of a higher position here, it's a little bit less strain on the low back. I have a belt on, of course. Here's a drop set. Here I'm not really using a lot of low back, just trying to concentrate the movement all on my upper back. So the deal was I was going to go to 220 just to see how my body would have looked like with a bit less body fat percentage. But it was just too taxing. I could only I was only thinking about food. I was dreaming about food. Like at work, I'm thinking about what meals I'm gonna have, what cheat meals I was gonna have if I was gonna bulk. I was just going I don't want to say I was going crazy, but I'm the type of person that has to eat a lot. So I stopped with the cutting, and I just wanted to get more size and more power. Here, strict rules for reps, being that the last sets were more power movements, not really focusing on technique. Here, I'm making sure that I'm getting a pump and that I'm really engaging the upper back. Uh, Therefore, I use a chest support with this inclined bench just to keep it strict and really target the upper back. And this is more for hypertrophy and the aesthetic look of the back. I would recommend this. Have more deadlift and upper back days than you do bicep and forearm days. Regardless, you're gonna get arm size from the deadlifts and your upper back days. So here I'm going past fail. I kind of pause at the bottom and kind of like power up the dumbbells I if I could. Like I have zero energy, and I'm here. I'm really just trying to like force the muscle to work, even though I'm fatigued and can't get the whole rep range. I only do this for one set. Just try to really destroy the my back with strict rows like this. But next up, I do a movement where I have to utilize some low back. So here, range of motion. I exaggerate it, get a little bit of low back action in there. Um, I really want to strengthen how my lower and upper back work simultaneously. So something like this can help with your deadlift. Um, and I feel as if this is going to help me prevent low back injuries down the road. Guys, please like, subscribe, and comment me that question you may have with your own routine. And maybe I could be of help.